this is Tina and Helper.
Hi.
We are here to do a video of an art journal page, and we are both going to do one. So my daughter's going to do one, I'm going to do one. So I'm here with my kind of cookbook that I have used, my recipe book that I have used as my art journal here. And what I did was when I moved rooms, I just kind of like used up some of my scraps of paper, she says, and now I can't see any. Just filling in some pages with some scraps of paper. And now I'm thinking perhaps I made that up. Perhaps I didn't do that at all. Yes, I did. I thought, that's weird, because I felt really convinced that I had done that. So I'm just going to find one of those pages that I've actually stuck some scraps, or like this page where I've just kind of put some background interest in with some paint kind of techniques. And then my daughter, she's got an A4 sketch pad that she is going to be using for her journal layout. So that's what she's going to be using for hers, aren't you, sweetie?
I can see like a heart in front.
Okay, so we are just going to kind of crack on. Now, I'm going to be just using up a variety of things that are on my desk. So I'm going to go with this one, which is this lovely blue background. Have you got any plans for what you're going to be doing for yours, or just going to kind of gung-ho?
And then I'm going to like paint some stuff.
Okay, so you're going to be sticking some bits on though? Yeah. Because we like to do some sticking. Now, I've got some of these lovely papery fibre things that I've got from the lovely Taperology. So I might try and incorporate some of this.
Ooh.
Thinking maybe some of this gorgeous
Pink.
mulberry paper. Maybe some of this white. Thinking is rather nice. What do you think?
What is
You've
that?
got your eye on this pink one, haven't you?
Yeah, and the purples.
So did you want to use that one? Oh, did you want to use that purple with the flowers? It's very pretty, isn't it? So we're going to kind of incorporate some of that. So I'm just going to put that down out the way, because we're very tight for space on the desk now, because obviously it's not really big enough surface for two of us. But yeah, so let's get kind of just sticking around. So just going to take this down.
Sleeves.
Yeah, luckily it's summer, so no sleeves going on, because they'd be taking up further space, wouldn't they?
And we get paint all over them.
Exactly. So it's lucky that it's this time of year and we don't have to worry about sleeves at all. So let's just tear this one down here.
I might add some glitter.
Yep. You add what you want to add. We're just going to play around and just, yeah, go for it and do some eclectic stuff. So like I say, this is a little bit of a sort of clear up my desk type of thing that I want to have going on here. So I've really accumulated a lot of stuff on my desk lately. So yeah, if I can possibly get rid of some stuff, that will be absolutely awesome. Oh wow, check out my daughter. She's already getting stuck in on hers. I'm feeling like I'm letting the side down, because look at how slow I'm being. I've not got a single thing going on yet, but hopefully I will get something on in a moment. But yeah, at the minute she's racing ahead and I'm just lagging behind. So right, okay. So yeah, I'm just going to get these bits down first as a first kind of bash. So let's get some sheet music on here.
I'm going to do patches of different colours.
Oh, okay. So yeah, have you got any ideas what type of things you're going to add as your like focal point, or not really?
Not really.
No, you're just going to suck it and
water?
see. Yeah, suck it and see and see what happens, are you? Yeah. That's probably the best way to do it. I've got no clue what I'm going to be doing either.
Actually, yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Oh, you do know what you're doing.
Patchy, and then just let it dry for a tiny bit. And then
Okay, so I'm just going to get some of this like mulberry paper down. Just because I thought, well, this is really nice to get some texture. Okay.
add some yellow.
Oops. Just pop that down. I must not use yellow myself, because I'm not that keen on yellow, and to be honest, I do sometimes find myself using yellow and then, you know, wishing I hadn't. So yeah, I brought along a bunch of different colours that I just thought were quite nice, but I'm going to try not to actually use them unless I really like them. You know, because sometimes I do that and then just end up really disappointed with my layout. So let's try not to go for those so much. So let's pop this on here. Yeah, down like that. Okay. And then this one, should we just have that up in that corner actually? So you've just gone for putting paint down on the page first?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's made you do that then? How come you've done it that way round? Yeah. Didn't want to glue any papers down first or anything?
No.
No? She's not quite like me in that she's kind of not such a fan of gluing and sticking as I am. So my favourite thing to do is obviously...
mixing paint and colours.
Yeah, my favourite thing is the gluing and sticking. Hers is mixing the paint and colours, like she says. So, right, now I've also got some of this ephemera and tickets and things from the lovely Taperology as well. So I'm going to put in some of these and just see whether we could have some of these on here. So, yeah. Now, I probably don't want to be too wild, do I, with the mixing up of colours. So, yeah. It's really hard because I'm always just drawn to colour, and so of course then I see them all and I think, perhaps I'll have this and have that and have the other. But actually then I generally won't be very happy with the page, so I must try and resist the urge to put all those different things on. Perhaps we'll have something like those. It's pretty good, doesn't it? In fact, this is not... Yeah, don't have to use the whole thing, do I?
Got some
just
blues
kind of
and
do some
purples.
like that. Okay, got some blues. Oh wow, yours is going to be a lot of different colours going on, isn't it?
Yeah. And when the paints do that, we're going to add some glitters.
Okay. Right, so I'm going to just glue this down. I'm just going to have that up there. And this one. Oh, I wish that I could see whether this was up the right way or not. That might be written in Chinese, to be honest. No wonder I can't see. No wonder I couldn't see what that was saying.
Look at my side and look at your side.
Yes, you're taking up a lot of the desk with your paint.
Acrylic paint.
Yeah, your acrylic paint. So she's using acrylic paints for her stuff.
It's going well so far.
Going well so far, good.
What I was going for. Is yours what you were going for?
No, not yet. I haven't got a clue what I'm going for is the problem. So at the moment, it's just, you know, yeah, we're just going for nothing at the moment because I've got no clue which direction I'm heading in. So this is a sticker, this one, so I'm just going to pop this down just like that. Okay. Okay, right. So yeah, I don't mind how that's looking, to be honest. So wondering whether I want to put some gesso over this now, just so that I've got, you know, a base to work from, or do I want to go over the whole thing with gesso after I've stuck some bits? Now, I've got this lady here. I think I'm going to make some sort of focal point on the page because she was just floating around on the desk. And like I say, I'm trying to use up things, get things off of the desk. So let's just cut her around.
Ooh, I covered it all in blue.
Looks good, doesn't it? Lovely colour. Gorgeous colour blue. So yeah, hopefully you guys can kind of see what my daughter's doing. Like I say, it's very tricky to squeeze us both in. I mean, obviously we'll show you, you know, better
at the end.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to have this lady. Now, should I have her? Right. Yeah, probably have her over here. Maybe just at this corner. Now, obviously you probably can't really see that, but yeah, I'm thinking have her there. So let's put her down. Okay.
I'm going for like a rainbow type of look.
You are, and it looks good so far. Oh, I love that technique you're using. Try and do that a bit in camera so that everyone can see what you're doing. So yeah, she's just kind of stippling it on, but it's looking really good. Wow, love that. That is very pretty, isn't it? Honestly, she's so much better with a paintbrush than I am. I think when you're young, you know, because you're quite free and easy, it's kind of easier to get a good
Looks like the earth.
result than when you get older and then you're a little bit, you know.
What if I make it a
bit boring.
circle? If I make it a circle, it's going to look like the earth. With the colours I'm using, but I'm going to add some purple now.
Do we want to have this anyway? I don't know.
Going for kind of a rainbow look, to be honest.
So I have something like that there. Okay.
I love it. Ooh.
Again, like I say, I'm just literally putting on things that are laying around on the desk.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something.
Well, so long as you're enjoying what you're doing, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I have that there. Hopefully you can kind of see what's going on here.
Ooh. Gonna add some more blue.
Oh, it looks really good what you're doing. I must say, very, very nice. Right, so I've got those bits there. Now, what else do we want to add here? I mean, this sounds really bizarre thing to say, but I have got this huge rose.
Ooh.
That's a bit strange, isn't it? What do you think?
Turning it into a green.
It's a case of then, can I add some red on this side to kind of tie the two halves in together?
Ooh.
Let's just see. I would have that there. That there. What do we think to that? Is that just gone really kind of weird? What do you think? Has this gone weird?
No.
I'm not sure that's going to glue on there, sweetheart, because you've got no
It's wet paint.
glue. I think you need glue, don't you?
Wow.
To actually glue that on.
Just take some.
I might
Dark
have something
blue?
like that. I need something red over here to really bring that red in.
Ooh.
Let's just see whether I've got anything red. So it's the summer holidays at the moment, so hence my daughter is here helping. So yeah. Oops. I mean, I film ahead, so this video might not go up for absolutely ages. It might even be winter by the time it goes up. But yeah, while we're filming this, it is the summer holidays, isn't it, darling? Oh my goodness, how cool is that? Do you like that on there? The big bow on her. Looks fun, doesn't it? So yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to put this big rose down.
Do you like what I'm going for?
I do, yeah, it's very, very nice. Although it's actually going a bit too blue now. What do you
Yeah, I'm
think?
just adding some yellow to it.
Otherwise it's losing its colour, isn't it, a bit? It's gone from being really colourful to now being just basically blue.
Wait, what? None of
Oops.
it's gone onto the other
Oh,
sheet.
that's cool, isn't it? She's just using, I think I said, an A4 sketch pad. So, yeah, that's kind of all she's using on hers. Right, okay. Now I might have to use my hot glue gun to help this along a little bit, because otherwise it's just wanting to lift a bit. So Let's just pull this in. Just have to be careful because of course it's now stretching right the way across. I really do need my son to do my plug. Wish he'd do it. I've mentioned it a few times to him. Of course it's not really his priority, but yeah, it would be helpful for me. So yeah, I'm sure if I moan enough he probably will do it, but yeah, I could really do with it sooner rather than later, because this glue gun being plugged in, you know, across the room on an extension lead, it's not great.
I'm going back to the colourful now.
Going back to the colourful. Okay. So I'm just, yeah, giving this a bit of a helping hand. Now I'm going to bring this over here. Oops. So these tickets, gosh, I couldn't even tell you where I got these from. I've had them for literally years and years and years and years. So I'll just put that on there.
Cool.
And then this here. I'm just using hot glue, you know, just being really lazy so that everything just sticks down instantly. Oh, I've now got blue paint on me from your brush.
Yeah.
Yeah. So perhaps we could be a bit more careful with the brush. If you've finished with that brush, you'll have to go and wash it, I'm afraid, in the sink so that we don't get it ruined. Right, going to put this big bow on because I think that's really fun. So just putting that on her collar. So she looks a little bit like a clown. She's got a sort of clown type appearance, so I think that's quite fun. Right, now this I'm just going to just give a helping hand with a bit of hot glue.
Sometimes if the paint dries and I want to add glitter, I just wet it.
Okay. Right, loving how this is looking so far. I mean, I can't tell you how far off of my plan that this is. I mean, not that I really had a plan, but definitely did not envisage it turning out like this, I must say. So, what do you think? Do you mind? Do you think it's weird? She's looking like she's not impressed,
Nope.
to be honest.
I don't think it's weird.
Okay, right. I've got these lovely washi tapes from Taperology. I'll just see whether I want to have any of those anywhere. Maybe a little bit here. So I'm going to give these a helping hand by just gluing these on as well. They are like a washi tape, but
I like it.
just want to make sure these are stuck down properly. So
I like mine. It says clay.
yeah, that's the colour of it. It's not the material.
I thought it was clay. I was just like, oh, it's a bit weird.
Okay. So yeah, just pops that down. How gorgeous is that? Love, 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 love that.
I love mine.
Right, okay. And then I might have one more. So just tear off
Oh
another
no,
one.
the purple's not coming out now anymore.
Okay.
I need to add some more purple.
Where else would we have one? Somewhere on this page, I'm thinking.
Yes. It's coming back.
Maybe here. Yeah, maybe there. So again, just going to wet glue this down to give it a helping hand. So should we go out on our bikes later, darling?
Maybe.
Because we had a lovely time out on them yesterday, didn't we?
Mhm.
Because it's so easy to just jump in the car, isn't it? And, you know, sometimes you just got to force yourself, haven't you, to go out on your bike. And actually, it's just lovely when you do. And then you're like, oh, why don't we do this more often? But obviously, trying to force yourself is kind of hard. Right, loving how that looks. Now, what I might do is add a bit of gesso. And I'm thinking white gesso. Or, yeah, am I thinking white gesso? Yeah, so I'm just going to grab a couple of those stencils that are beside you, if that's okay. Okay, right, oops. Not quite kind of got the right spot yet for my stencils, so yeah, they're a little bit in the way. I'm still kind of moving them around in the room, trying to get them in the right place. But
wow.
okay, right. Going to, I think, put this on here. What do we think? Now, I know I've said this recently. I find the best way to put gesso on is actually with a, you know, a card. So, and again, that's just what I've found kind of over time works best for me. So I'm not in any way saying, oh, this is the best way. I'm saying this is the best way, you know, that I find works for me. But yeah, not in any way saying, oh, this is the best way, but this is the way that I've found to get on okay with the gesso.
I have now used all the pink glitter.
Oh my goodness, you are extravagant. Very extravagant. And she says it with no shame, doesn't she? Oh, I've now used all the pink glitter.
Yay! I've still got more pink glitter.
Okay, oh, that's going like a bit of a muddy mess now. Aren't you going to glue some bits on your page?
Yeah.
Or are you just going to go just literally with the paint?
Why?
So quite liking how that looks. And then I think over here, I'm going to do, yeah, let me just wipe the stencil off so I'm not dabbing it onto the rest of the stuff. So yeah, let's put it over here. In fact, no, yeah. So I've still got some obviously on my card, so just use that.
Oh. How do you open it?
Okay. Let's just wipe this down. Well, perhaps you've got enough glitter, darling. You know, perhaps you shouldn't be using any more. Honestly, children, they just think everything's free, don't they? Have no qualms about using everything up. Oh, I've used all of that. I've used all of that. Can you tell I'm moaning about you? Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry my whole layout now with the heat gun. Yes, you have, yeah. Oh, she's now got paint on her lips. So I'm just going to dry this off. Oops. Just so that I don't dab this anywhere. Not quite dry yet, it takes a while, doesn't it? And then this one here. Okay, so see whether that's dry. Not quite. Takes longer to dry than you expect, I would think. So just whilst that's drying, I'm just going to see if I've got any postage stamps that might look good on this layout. So got probably some red ones here. Well, this might not be there. Yeah, I think it is. Right, let's have a look.
That's warm.
Right, let's dig out a few red stamps. That was like more of a pink red. Not quite a pinky red as well. If you've finished with the brush, you need to just go and wash the brush. Wash it really thoroughly, won't you, sweetie? I'm just going to give your bit a blast as well with the heat gun. Her page is obviously super saturated. It's not, probably not going to dry very quickly at all. She's got loads of layers of paint on there. Just going to have a look and see whether I've got any other red stamps. Oh, that's so weird. I don't know what's happened to all my red stamps. feel like red is quite a popular colour for stamps, but yeah, now I'm looking through, I don't feel like I've got very many red stamps at all. So who knows what's happened to all my red stamps, but yeah, don't seem to have a lot of them here. Okay, right, let's just pop these away. Let's just bring that one in. Okay, right. Oh, I know this is a bit random, but I've just got this red ribbon. Just going to see whether this might look good anywhere. Just because, you know, you don't often get to use some of these things, do you? So, you know, if you can use them anywhere, it's like, oh, let's try and use that. So let's just get rid of this gesso before I dab that anywhere. Now I am wondering whether I might be able to just put a bit of gesso around the edges. So what I'm going to do, I think, is just bring a wet wipe. Just take a bit off of here. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be a good method. It's certainly not a tried and tested method. But yeah, just kind of dab that over the edge like that. Okay, and then just go a little bit over there. Just to dull that blue down a little bit. So again, just going over the background paper as well, so that sort of mulberry paper. Okay, now this is heavy gesso, so it's, you know, it's not a sort of thin, you know, washed out one. It's a heavy, thick gesso. So, you know, if you're thinking, oh, that's a bit thick, that's why. It's a thick set gesso. So yeah, it's obviously got quite a heavy appearance to it. Okay. Right. Okay. Now I don't know whether we can have any of these postage stamps anywhere, but let's just see. Maybe something like that. Oops, I didn't put that ticket on in the end, so let's have the ticket somewhere, maybe down there. Okay. I've no idea where this layout is going, to be honest, so yeah, you're probably thinking, what on earth is she doing? And hey, if it's any consolation, I'm also thinking, what is she doing? I've got no clue either, so just going with the flow and seeing where it takes us. So yeah, no clue at the moment where it's going, where it's headed. Right, so now I'm thinking this lovely adhesive ribbon. What did I do with my scissors? That's the question. Oh, I've no idea now. Honestly, it's so congested on the desk with the two of us here. So yeah, just kind of really squashed in more than usual. Okay, right, let's find the scissors. There we go. So I'm just going to do a little dovetail and just put this on. And then perhaps we'll just have another piece as well. Like that. Okay. Right, so let's put that back in the drawer. So yeah, just thinking, could we have a bit of that here, over there? Okay, right, let's take this down. This is adhesive ribbon, but what I will do is just put a little bit of glue on the page as well, because things like this, I just don't really trust them to stay stuck. So, I mean, it feels pretty sticky, but it never hurts, does it, to give it a helping hand. So that one, and then this one here. Again, just peel that away. Oh my goodness, come on. Ah, why can I not peel this away? Oops. No point putting that back in there now it's clean, is there? Because then you'll have to go and wash it again.
Still got soap on it.
Has it? Well, don't wash it with soap, just rinse it with water. Don't really need to be putting soap in there.
Yeah.
Right. So just pop, again, bit of glue down here just to give it a helping hand sticking on. So like that, okay. Right. Liking how that looks. Now my postage stamps, I'm just going to pop one here. Yeah, just feel like it needs something red over there, so let's just pop that down there. And then this one, I mean, this is very all over the place, it's got to be said, this layout, so yeah, that on there. Now this, which was a sticker, again, just going to put that a bit of a helping hand. I just never have faith in stickers, and this is why, because you can probably see, you know, they're wanting to lift already. So, you know, right not to have faith in them, aren't we? Okay, the glue is much better. So, right, that's looking good. Now, where's that brush? Because I'm going to use this brush to do...
Have I done a good job?
Yeah, hopefully. I'm going to put some clear gesso over the whole thing, so that then I can hopefully...
What's gesso?
Go in over the whole thing. So it's still got quite a lot of green on there, so I'm just going to get rid of some of that green because I don't want to be painting green all over my picture. Right, okay, let's just grab my gesso. So I'm going to go for the clear gesso, and I'm going to paint it over the entire thing.
What's gesso?
So gesso is it's like a base coat, but I'm putting it on over the top here, and it's going to enable me to blend my paint better.
Mine's already blended.
Yeah, yours is already blended, yeah.
I've definitely blended mine.
You definitely have, haven't you?
Yeah.
So like that, and then this one here.
Oh, I kind of want to do... There's this thing where you put paint on your hand and then you like go like that.
What, like hand painting?
Yeah, and then I can do it over this and it was like really
Are you
cool.
not doing any gluing on there or anything?
Yeah, but I'm just going to do
Funny, she doesn't really like gluing, do you? Which is weird, because obviously that's all I do is glue. Right.
It's different, but not different at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, so just going to put this down now. I'm going to dry this off again. And then hopefully we're going to go in and put some colour on here. I don't know what colours I'm going to use, but let's clear the brush off. Okay. Oh, these brushes are a bit rubbish, aren't they? The handle's wanting to come off. And we bought them yesterday. Right, okay. So let's get rid of that. Put the brush over there out the way. Okay. Oops. Fell over. Right, so I'm going to quickly dry this off now.
Can you dry mine after?
Yep.
Because I'm going to do a hand press. But I'm going to do it on this hand so I don't ruin them.
Well, you're not going to be able to do it with pen, darling. You need to use pen.
I'm just drawing stuff around it. Like drawing this way. I'm not drawing, I'm doing work around it.
I noticed you've decided to be wearing my new rings that I got on holiday. Do you want to take that one off, please? Because we're going to ruin that with the paint.
Oh,
Yeah? Probably best to use some old ones.
I don't know why, but you've got all the rainbow rings.
Yeah, I like the rainbow colours. Right. Get this dry so that we're not going to be then ruining it and smudging it around too much. Okay. Just give hers a blast as well while I've got this out. Darling, do you want to put this back, please? Back on the shelf. And then, are you able to see, is there any gold paint up there? On that shelf? gold? No? Is that gold paint? No. Okay, right. So that's our pages. Right, let's grab in. I should have bought some gold paint over, but I didn't really think until now. So I think what we need to do is, I mean, we probably should bring in that red somewhere, but yeah, I haven't got any red paint with me, so might have to just stop the camera. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. I've got some red paint. Oh, what am I thinking? I'm straight away like, oh my goodness, red paint on here. What am I thinking? And I've also got those lovely Arteza watercolour pens. So again, I'm not quite sure how this is going to pan out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of the pen down here onto my, you know, my palette at my desk. Oh, it's quite pink, isn't it? So I'm putting that down there, and then what I've got is an orangey colour as well. So if I kind of mix the two, hopefully I will get a more orangey red. So yeah, like that. Okay. Now I'm thinking going with a wipe. So I'm just pulling in a wet wipe and just going over that mulberry paper, which is just then bringing the red into the mix, but not too, you know, not too bright. So I'm just going to put a bit more down. That worked quite well, and I quite like the effect it's had. So like that, because it's quite subtle on that mulberry paper. It's quite subtle. If I had gone down here onto this blue, I suspect it would not be subtle at all. You know, probably look pretty horrendous. So yeah, just by doing this, it's keeping it kind of muted, a little bit more muted than it perhaps would have been otherwise. So like that. Okay. Okay, like that. What do you think to that pink? Does that look quite pretty?
Yeah.
I quite like it. Do you?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's kind of just a nice touch of the pink. Now over here, in this section, do we want to do pink or blue? Oh gosh, let's be really brave. So I'm going to try that again. I don't know how it's going to work on that sheet music. I mean, obviously it has been gessoed, so hopefully that's going to keep it from going too, you know, dark and awful, but we'll see. We will see. It might go dark and awful. So let's just have a look.
Got some of my paint.
Oh, good idea.
Pink and green.
Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that looks pretty. It's just kind of like bringing that colour in odd bits, isn't it? So like that. Oh, I'm really liking how those pens are actually. I didn't really think that that was going to work very well, but... And I had brought along the acrylic paint, you know, but obviously the problem is when you're using red, there's going to be no coming back from that. You know, once I've kind of gone in with the red, there's just, you know, there's going to be no return from that. So I'm thinking, you know, this is slightly more subtle, isn't it, and subdued, so it's just probably a bit of a better way to get it on. Yeah, quite like that. Oh, do I dare go on with any bright red? What do you think? Not sure. And I don't appear to have my black watercolour pencil, I don't think, which, you know, that's going to be really annoying because I'm just having a rummage in my drawer to see if it's in there. Obviously the black watercolour pencil is what I normally do some shading around. And of course I don't have that. Right, let's just try a bit of this. So I'm going to put a very tiny dot of red. Honestly, I mean, the problem is, like I say, with red, it's such a, you know, out there colour that no matter how tiny, look at it, there's going to be no return. No return once that's gone on that page, is there? It's just going to be on there forever. So what I'm going to do is just put some white down, ready, at the ready, you know, as a sort of rescue remedy for if I need it. Okay. My daughter's, you know, fidgeting around getting different colours. So if you can kind of hear moving around, that's what's going on there. So, yeah, let's just go in here a little bit. Okay, let's do a bit of red coming out from the flower. Maybe a little bit up here. Maybe a bit down there. Okay, and then just maybe a little bit coming out from that bow. Okay, right. Not sure whether I've ruined that really, so might just try and go in with a bit of white as well and see. Oh yeah, that's probably better, isn't it? Okay. Yep, just clean her on a little bit. Oh, I quite like how that's looking. What do you think, darling?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying your one? Is it coming together how you'd hoped?
Yeah.
Just get rid of some of that man from that postage stamp because I wasn't over keen on him. Felt like he wasn't quite how I wanted. So yeah, let's just kind of put it like that. So, oh, I quite like how that's looking now. So I'm just going to wipe this up before I dab anything into that. Just always think best to get rid of it. Okay, right, now I've got some of my black words here, so I'm going to go for this sentiment. If you find yourself in the wrong story, write a new one, because I really like that sentiment. So I just cut that one out. Okay. So yeah, maybe kind of there. I think maybe we might add a couple of words, the black words, to be honest. And I also do want to add a bit of gold. So because I don't appear to have any gold paint left, I think I've run out now. So I've got just this, my little Brian paint stick. So I'm thinking, let's put some down here. And then let's dab this on. So you've got that water there. I don't know what this is going to go like, but let's grab a wipe. Okay. I'm thinking, take the wipe. Just see. It's a bit wet too. Bit too wet to me doing a lot, but I was hoping that I was going to dab some gold on here, but yeah, I don't think it's really panning out. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Oh, do I want to dab around the gold around the edge of that? Oh, this is very tricky now. I don't want to make the wrong decision. Let me just cut out a little bit of this. So let's just do this.
Have you got the brush?
I think I put it back. Let's just try inking up this with the gold and just see how that looks. Oh, it does look really nice actually. Yeah. Okay, right. I had my doubts about it, but it looks good. So, oops.
Got stuck to my fridge.
You nearly finished your page now?
Nearly. Well, kind of not nearly actually. We take a long time to do this.
Yeah. Oh, I love that with the gold. And then let's have a couple of other words as well. So just got the word growing here. Okay. Okie dokie. Oops, pop that onto there. We've nearly finished mine, darling. We're nearly up to like an hour probably, so you know we have to kind of
I might still not
be
done
thinking
when the
about
video-
finishing.
When the video's done and I probably say I'm finished, I'll probably still be going after.
Yeah. But maybe start kind of thinking about pulling it all together. Do you think?
Oh, that was a big,
Yeah.
big bit of yellow.
Yes. Yours is very saturated with paint, I have to say, isn't it?
Yes.
It's actually a really nice day today, so I think we can go out on our bikes. Because we went out yesterday, didn't we, and very nearly got caught in the rain. But today it looks a lot better. So I don't think we're going to get caught in the rain today. Maybe something like that. Yeah, maybe something like that, I'm thinking. And then the gold maybe around the edge here, kind of coming in. So I'm just going to hot glue this down.
Mine's looking like a fairy tale.
Fairy tale?
It's like a fairy.
Fairy tale.
You could like jump into my picture and it would take you to a fairy.
There we go. Love that.
I'm in love with glitter.
This
Do you love
word
green
here.
and I love glitter. What's your favourite thing in class?
My favourite.
My favourite thing's glitter. Definitely.
Yes, my favourite thing's definitely not glitter. My favourite thing is either paper or stamps. It's a tough choice between those two things. Because I actually really love paper and I really love the stamps. So
You love paper.
really love paper. You know, all the pretty papers.
Oh, I love them too, but not as much as glitter.
Yes, well. Right.
I
so
made
need to
like a
put bit
galaxy.
of gold here on the edge.
I think I'm actually nearly done, like for actual. Actually,
So
maybe
yours has
not.
just been like a big painting, really.
Yeah. Just need to add some on the edge, and then my
Really
painting
kind of
will be
embrace
done.
the art journal kind of
And then
process that we've talked about.
that.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fine, and that's obviously how you wanted to do yours. She's nodding away, you know.
That will be the video
but
done
yeah.
when I finish doing all of this,
Yeah.
and then I'll put the handprint after the video. I know what I'm
Right,
doing.
be careful, look what you're doing now. You've just dabbed green onto mine.
Great.
Yeah, from your brush. Right, okay, so let's just put a bit of gold up here as well. Okay. And then maybe just pull it back round and see. Maybe a little bit of gold up here. Maybe a bit here. Could you just pass those wipes, please, that dropped on the floor, darling? So that I can just then spread some of this about a bit. Thank you, darling. They're not very wet, these wipes. They're a bit dried out, aren't they? But I just want to get a little bit smudgier. A little bit smudgier on this edge with that gold. Okay. Right.
I think this will blend out and look good. starting to look like a masterpiece.
It is starting to look like a masterpiece. So yeah, the only thing that I weirdly enough want to cover up a little bit is that postage stamp man there. So I'm just going to see if I've got any bright butterflies or anything that might be suitable to put over that. Because I put him down just so that I had something, you know, something going on there, but he actually...
He doesn't look that good.
No, he doesn't look good, does he? So let's just take this butterfly. Now, I haven't done any shading on this layout because I haven't got my black watercolour pencil, so I need to really buy a new one. Well, unless it's in my pen pot, perhaps I should just have a look. Should really, shouldn't I, just check whether it's in there, because silly not to check when it could be just sat there all along.
We've made a really big mess on our plan.
A really big mess, yes.
It's like, it looks good. It's a mess, but it looks good.
Does it look good?
No, I mean on our
On the
artwork.
desk? Oh, on the artwork.
Like,
I thought you meant on the desk, which I thought, well, I'm not sure the desk looks good, it's got to be said.
It looks like just abomination of colours and things.
Ooh, good word.
But it's just,
Good word.
It's actually really,
Right, just checking whether I've got that black watercolour pencil anywhere in here.
that's the
If I haven't, I'm thinking, look, that's splashing all over my dress, darling. Could you be a bit careful, please?
yeah. I need to add some more yellow.
No, it's definitely not in there, so I have no idea. Oh no, hold on, what's this? No, blue. Blue, so not the colour I was looking for at all. What's that? No. Oops. Oh, what's this one? There we have it. That's the black one. I thought, well, that's strange because, you know, I couldn't think where it could have gone to. So, yeah, let's just take this. Now, I'm going to pop that butterfly, I think, here. This is just over the top of that man a bit. Right, now, where do I want the shading is the question. Thinking a little bit here, oops, a little bit here around the thingamy-bob. Ooh, got stuff stuck everywhere now. Around the rose. So, yeah, let's have a bit around there. Now, do I have my pencil sharpener? That's another thing that I should probably do with buying is a new pencil sharpener. I've had the same one for years and
I
years.
used to have the mouse one.
Yeah,
That was my
that's the one.
favourite one.
I don't know where that's gone now.
Loved it.
I think it got lost in the move. Right. So it presumably is
Careful,
in here
there's
somewhere.
some purple
But yeah,
paint under that.
I know, I'm going to mop it up in a minute after I finish.
Not on my picture.
I'm going to mop it up in a second, okay? Okay. Just so we've got a little bit of shading, which just, you know, brings a bit more interest, I suppose, doesn't it? Maybe a bit here around her arm. Maybe a bit around that bow, so...
We're totally
Okay.
different. But not different.
We are totally different, aren't we? We do our stuff very differently.
Because we both like crafting and we do crafting, but we do it a different way in crafting.
We do, which is fun though, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to get some water. Just going to spray some on the desk to dip my brush into.
I think this
Okay,
is looking
just
good
going to
so
spread
far.
this black out a little bit. Now this, I'm sure, is not really the best brush that I'm using here, but... Oops. Got some on her face. Ooh, she looks a bit like she's got a beard now. Well, not a full-blown beard, but sideburns. Yeah, looks like sideburns. I'm just going in with the wet wipe, which actually maybe is better.
I need the wet.
And then around here. So again, just kind of dragging that out. Oops. Drag that down straight onto there. So, oh gosh, now I've made a bit of a mess of that.
And now, nearly done. 3. Maybe not 3 too bad, but nearly.
Oh, that's a bit of a shame. I've mucked that up a bit. And then I've just put a little bit around here, I think. And that butterfly. Is your brother still asleep, do you think?
Maybe.
I think he is.
You've been up for an hour though.
Well, we've been up for hours, haven't we? Hours and hours. About 5 hours.
Done. Now done.
Okay, what do we think? Now, the only other thing that I'm going to do... Oh, wow, yours looks amazing. I'm going to show them in a second. So I'm just going to finish mine off with a few splashes. Oh, you've put green on mine again.
Don't know how that happened because I wasn't there.
Don't know, don't care.
I'm now going to wash the brush again because it's
Right,
now.
just going to mop off the back of my book that now has got paint all over it from her masterpiece. So, yeah, she's gone off to wash her brush. Okay, right. Let's just mop this down. Okay, so I think that's almost done. Is there anything else that we want to do to this? I think the only other thing probably that I would quite like to do is maybe a couple of white splatters. So I'm just going to get my splatter brush. Do we think white? I've got this lovely ink from the Winsor & Newton, which I talked about previously or recently, which I saw Maramy Small Art. She recommended this for doing splatters. So yeah, I bought some and so far so good. So just going with my splatter brush. Any others? Maybe a couple down there. Yeah. Okay, so that's probably plenty there, I think. Just pop that back in there.
I'm now going to wash my hands.
Are they all messy now as well? Okay, so I'm going to show our pieces of art now. Okay, do you mind me showing your one? Okay, then I'll show mine first. So just going to move hers out the way so that I can put mine in the middle. So I'm just going to wipe up where obviously we've now got glitter and paint all over the desk. Oh my goodness. She loved using that paint, I must say, that green paint. I mean, I love that colour too, but yeah, she really loved it. So, oh, she's now got it everywhere. Okay. Seal that down. Okay. Clear that. Right. Okay. Let's show. So this is my page, my finished page.
That's as good as I can
So
do.
it's a kind of eclectic mix. Not at all how I expected it to go. Like I say, it's yeah, kind of. I had no plan and I stuck with having no plan, and I don't mind it. It's probably not my favourite one that I've ever made, but you know, I don't mind it. What do you think? Do you like it?
Yeah.
Love this side probably more than this side. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why. I think I just love that rose on there. I mean, to me that just
Yeah,
looks
I
like
like
it
that
could be in a
side
frame, couldn't it? But obviously I did muck up this one a bit where I wiped it with the wipe, but overall it doesn't look too bad. So
I can see the man
that
still.
is that one. So hope that you like it. And then my daughter's one, she's just going to lift it in and show you hers. Wow, what a galaxy that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So hers is going to probably take a long time to dry because it's got very thick layers, hasn't it? So yeah, we'll use the dryer in a moment. But,
I'm not even done.
Lovely. Really lovely. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that process, and you know, maybe you feel inspired to go off and do an art journal page yourself. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.